but provided water only to the politically powerful and economically powerful sectors in those countries. Once they get their safe drinking water, their passion for providing safe drinking water for the rest of the country declines substantially. Essentially is that they have got what they wanted, and the rest can live in slums and drink the water that they can get.
For the longest time, people have taken water for granted. Most people don't think about where their water comes from. They just turn on the tap and they expect it to be there. Those days are ending.
This notion that we'll have water forever is wrong. California is running out. It's got 20-some years of water. New Mexico's got 10, although they're building golf courses as fast as they can, so maybe they can whittle that down to 5. Arizona, Florida, even the Great Lakes now, there's huge new demand.
The Nile River doesn't reach its end. The Colorado River, the Yellow River in China, they, for the most part, don't flow anymore to the sea.
So this notion that somehow these problems are far away, get rid of that. Take it out of your head, delete that.
We're treating the water resources of the planet with contempt, which is just so stupid because we depend on them. We need water to live. We'll only survive for a day or two if we don't have water.
Scientists, through decades of study and millions of pieces of data, now recognize the fact that we're on the brink of the 6th great mass extinction ever to be experienced on the face of Earth. The 5th mass extinction was the dinosaur age.
You know those movies where there's the comet coming at the Earth and all of a sudden the governments of the world say, gee, our differences aren't so big anymore because we're about to all die? That's really where we are. There is a comet coming at us. It's called water shortage.
Climate change is a real problem. Humans are changing the climate. We already see evidence about it. One of the most significant impacts of climate change will be on our water resources.
We're going to see a lot of people are going to die because of the floods and droughts and various social upheavals that are caused by global warming. What's also tragic is that there's a lot of awareness of that now, but so much of that awareness is then being used by corporate interests. Oh, we're running out of water and we need to invest so much money in water and it's so terrible how water is managed, and then somehow they make the flip to, oh, we must privatize it so then we'll use it more efficiently and everybody will be better off, which is total nonsense, total utter nonsense. I mean, it's mainly these people have an interest clearly in making money out of selling water to people.
There are private corporate interests that have decided that water is going to be put on the open market for sale. It's going to be commodified and treated as any other saleable good.
Water is now a $400 billion global industry, the 3rd largest behind electricity and oil.
I bought the green, I have the blue, and I have about half of the yellow.
The market is amoral, and it's going to lead you to taking advantage of pollution and scarcity, frankly. It's going to lead you to selling to those who can buy it and not to those who need it.
The water sector is going to grow at 2 to 3 times the global economy over the next 20 years. By buying the companies that source, treat, distribute, and monitor our water supply, you're likely to have a pretty strong investment over the next decade or so.
People say that, well, water's a lot like air. Do you charge for air? Of course not. You shouldn't charge for water. Well, okay, watch what happens.
Bottled water is used by millions of people around the world because they think it's safer than tap water. There is less than one person, according to the Food and Drug Administration, regulating the entire multi-billion-dollar bottled water industry in the United States. That means that that poor person does multiple things and one of them is water. The Food and Drug Administration, if you ask them what's in any brand of bottled water, they'll say, we have no idea.
So stupid. Why would people pay such a premium for bottled water? To find out, we took over a very trendy California restaurant. We printed our own elegant water menus with phony imported waters, costing as much as $7 per bottle. Our water steward gives our first lucky couple our special water list.
I guess we'll get l'eau du robinet.
The l'eau du robinet?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
It's French for tap water.
Cheers. Okay. Yeah, it's clean.
It has a flavor to it.
How would you compare it to tap water?
Oh, yeah, definitely better than tap water.
What was the actual source of these chic waters? A garden hose on the restaurant patio.
3 out of 4 Americans drink bottled water, and 1 in 5 will only drink bottled water.
And water is something we already pay for.
Leading brands are basically tap water, often sold for more than the cost of gasoline.
So today we're here at Tufts University organizing our 40-second tap water challenge.
I thought for sure that the Dasani water was tap water.
They're spending tens of millions of dollars every year to convince us that bottled water is better than tap water, when in fact it's much less regulated.
We tested over 1,000 bottles of water, over 100 brands that are sold in the United States, and we found that it is not necessarily any safer or better or purer than your city tap water. We found some of them had arsenic in them at high levels, some of them had organic chemicals in them, a variety of bacteria. So there were problems with about a third of the brands that we sampled. Some of the water we saw that had pictures of mountains on it, it was city tap water. Glacier water came from groundwater in Florida. Some of them said that they were pure mountain. I mean, the list is very long. We found a case in Massachusetts where a guy had sunk a well in an industrial parking lot that was near a Superfund site. He was pumping water out of this well and selling it under multiple different brands. So people buying this stuff had no idea where it was coming from.
The dream of pure water for all is within reach for the humankind.
The World Water Council was created at a meeting of big, powerful water interests in 1997. They came together to promote corporate takeover of water. They will not tell you that. They'll say they came together to bring water to the world's people. But if you look at who is at that founding meeting, it's all the big water corporations, it's the World Bank, it's a lot of the international development agencies. And so they came together to promote a vision of a water future that's based on water as a market good.